letting fear stop you. Only things that we have to fear is fear itself. That was what Franklin D. Roosevelt kind of told us, that we needed to not fear fear. It's kind of just an emotion that we psychologically make up, and we have no real reason to have any fear. We are the top of the food chain, so really we shouldn't really be afraid of anything. Carpe diem says, rejoice while you are alive, enjoy the day, live life to the fullest, and make the most of what we have. It is later that you think, okay? So, which means that you need to stop thinking about tomorrow. You can't just put everything off. Oh, I will do this tomorrow, I will go skydiving tomorrow, or I will follow my dreams tomorrow. You can't do that. We've all seen Yes Man, or maybe we haven't, but the story, what it inspired me to do was just say yes to things that I usually would have said no. It inspired me to stop living in the tomorrow and start living in the today. The guru that's in this, tells him he needs to say yes to everything, and so he goes out and says yes to everything. It inspires people, helps this guy not commit suicide, and then, he's a banker and he starts giving loans to people, which inspires them to continue. And it was awesome that when he started to shine, he gave the permission for others to shine by example. And that's something that we all should do. Help others kind of feel like they don't need to live submissively, that they can actually find the strength. I want you guys to take a leap of faith. I know that that's extremely hard and it's scary because, you don't want sharp rocks to meet you at the bottom. You want this, cloud of sand or just something really comfortable, cottony that follows you at the bottom. But unfortunately, that's not how life is. But still, that shouldn't deter you from taking that leap. You need to find a passion, get involved, get something, fall in love. I know that a lot of us are like, oh, I have been so heartbroken so many times, but it was worth it. Us girls, we have to kiss a lot of frogs to find our prince, and you guys have to eat a lot of nasty apples in order to find the best, right one. And those who are married or have had a relationship or something like that, understand that finally you do find that person, that you make a connection, you finally find, that great person. And if you had not taken that leap of faith, you wouldn't have found it. Be positive. It will attract good things. Seriously, if you live in this little cloud and you're like emo and you're just this sad panda that's in a corner, you're not going to get anywhere. Because you miss opportunities. I was watching this one show and he was like, oh, everyone hates me. It was Meet the Robinsons. And the guy was like, everyone hated me and no one wanted to hang out with me. And everyone was like, hey, you want to play with us? And you want to hang out with us? And he was not even paying attention to that. He was so involved in the fact that he had lost the winning catch, that he had no idea that other people loved him and cared about him, because he just, he wasn't positive. But if you're positive, you attract good things. You attract more friends. You miss less opportunities that you would have missed if you weren't not positive. You do better in your grades. You do better in life in general. For example, like you told us that you had a bad experience with your dad, and you were going through a lot of stuff, and you decided to go on your mission, and that was something that was really positive for you because you learned that you wanted to teach and that you were good at that. Imagine if you had been negative about the situation and you would have missed that opportunity. You would never have learned about your life's passion, that it was teaching. And things like that, had he not done that and been positive about the situation that happened to him, he wouldn't have been here. For me, I've had a lot of bad things happen to my life, and if I hadn't thought of them positively or had thought of them as maybe the glass was somewhat full and just had some, specks in it, I would never really have pursued going into marketing and finding that I'm really good at creating things and really good at doing visual art. I would never have learned that because I stopped drawing. I used to be really good at drawing and I stopped because I lost my passion for it. And then I found out that I had it back. And when I discovered that I was really good at some visual art, I jumped on it. And now I I found my passion, which is marketing and selling things. Find beauty in the everyday. How many times do we miss something that's really awesome, like a sunset? Have any of us seen a sunset at the beach? It's amazing. I mean, even if you don't believe in God, just you find a spiritual connection with the world when you see that. When you see something so beautiful like that, or you're up in a mountain and you feel so small. When there's all these like great cliffs and all these things all around you, or if you've ever gone rock climbing and you're scaling these massive rocks that just came out of the ground, you feel so powerful and yet so small. Or sometimes even walking in New York, those huge buildings, and you're like, how could man create these huge things and have the wonder to dream and to see like the skyscrapers that literally scrape the skies. Okay, love like a child and dance like a maniac. I think that's, you know, children have the sense of wonder and sense of dreaming and all that stuff, and we lose that as we get older because we become cynical and we forget what it is about, and we forget to just dance. I know that a lot of us don't know how to dance. I personally don't know how to dance. I trip over my 2 left feet and a right one. Yeah, I have 3 because I really can't dance, but I still do it. I mean, it feels good, it loosens you up, and I don't know, I like dancing even if I can't do it. So I think we all should do that sometime, even if you do it by yourself in front of the mirror to your favorite song that inspires you, like Shania Twain, I Want to Be a Woman or something, I don't know. Do something and just dance. Sometimes we have to be our own knight and fight for our dreams. We sometimes let others, like we fight for others' dreams and we forget to fight for our own. We need to not always put ourselves second and put ourselves first, but not be selfish about it. Because in the end, our dreams inspire other people. If Disney had not done what he did, how many children would not have been so inspired by him and inspired to dream, inspired to create? All those people who had, you know, those Imaginarians. I know I saw this one guy who had cancer, and that was one of his dreams. He had a list and goals, and he set his goals and decided, this is what I want to do. And he achieved every one of them before he died. So he didn't, the only thing he regretted was that he was leaving his wife and children behind, but he had nothing else to regret. And I kind of want to be at my deathbed and not regret anything that I did. Be brave, okay? Be like that little kitty. Sometimes I know fear will put a stop to us, but we can't let it. Because fear is just fearing fear itself. So if you stand up to it and you become brave, it will respect you and you will not be afraid. That doesn't mean that you won't panic. Like if you get on a roller coaster, you won't feel your heart coming out of your chest like I do. But you got on that ride, and once you're off, you feel so relieved and you feel like, yes, I am amazing because I got on this ride. Now, I would like to take you guys on a ride. Yours.
Watch your kids. And away you go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Okay, so I was on this ride at Disneyland and it was freaking out. The whole time I am screaming. My sister's laughing and having fun. I'm just praying to God that this thing will stop. this ride, I had just turned 20. I had never been on any other type of ride like this before. I was praying to every god that I had ever heard of, Zeus, Aphrodite. One of them must have heard me because they stopped the ride. When I got off, I felt so good. My sister had challenged me that I was going to get on all the scary rides that even a Lagoon, I can't even get on. And so I told her, okay, fine, because I had just turned 20. And I got on, and it felt so good after I got off. Since then, I have taken lots more brave challenges and been happy when I did them, even if I failed. Because in the end, I did something, and I didn't regret it. And I want to inspire you for you to get on a roller coaster. Think like life is a roller coaster with its loops and its downs and ups and all that stuff. Just take the ride. You'll have fun at the end.